Всем привет! Продолжение игры Vampyr. Всем приятного просмотра. Предыдущее видео под конец ошибочка произошла, пришлось выключиться. И вот с того же места продолжаем игру. Так, ищем, как попасть в особняк Доусона. Если честно, я что-то подзапарился и не могу понять, где он, блядь. Этот особняк, блядь. Так. Не могу найти, короче, вход, блядь. Уже бегаю. До хрена. Ничто не выходит. Так. Карта. Что поведает еще? Да-да. Ни хрена. Так.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it. With just one phone call.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes. The situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Ну ладно, так, сведения о районе.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
Какой убийца?
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
Ну ладно.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
Does the name Fergal ring a bell? Fergal Bancher.
Of course it does. Fergal Bancher, the Butcher of Galway. Hung in Dublin in 1857 for murdering more than 20 men with his bare hands. Why are you so interested in dead criminals, sir?
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
I cannot enter. Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my dear doctor.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now. But she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price. Especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
Куда она, блядь, делась-то? А что было нахуй?
It's locked.
Так. Во.
Be careful, Carol. You're wasting good food here.
Yes, Mother.
I said be careful, child. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Ну,
Mommy has been
Маша,
so
блядь.
clumsy again.
Психопатка тоже,
That's
блядь.
okay. It won't bleed for long.
You're so pale. Are you feeling sick? Do you need to see a doctor?
No, I'm fine. I already saw the doctor last week.
Don't be silly. You must see a doctor. Just don't tell him how clumsy your mummy is, all right? I love you so much, my baby.
I love you too, Mother.
Попробуем еще раз зайти. Опа.
It's locked, all right.
Сука, не успел я.
Dr. Reed, I am glad.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my dear doctor.
Tell me, Carolyn, do you often wound or hurt your daughter by mistake?
No. I always thought it was Carol's clumsiness that caused these incidents. Maybe it's a family trait, Doctor.
You really believe it's just bad luck and being clumsy then?
Of course, Doctor. What else could it be? I have nothing to hide.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Good evening, young lady.
My mother always prefers when people simply call me Carol.
Is it true you often hurt yourself, Carol?
Yes, it's true. I try to behave, I really do. But one way or another, I always end up injured or wounded. I'm so stupid.
Why would you be stupid?
It's like I can't help getting under my mother's feet. That's how I end up being pushed, cut, or burned. You see, I'm a stupid girl, really.
When exactly do these accidents happen?
Ever since I was little. That's why I need to stay with Mum. I'm not capable of taking care of myself.
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married, now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
Так, понятно. Да что там,
Goodbye,
доктор Рид.
Good morning. Good evening, sir.
Все-таки как же мне туда-то попасть, блядь? Возможно, тут что-нибудь получится. Так, последовать приказу. Так, поменялось задание. Возможно, сюда и надо было зайти. Я уже запутался, бля, если честно. Так. Сейчас тут полазию. Ну, что-то потом и пригодится. Вот это ладья. Так.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Sir, I'm going to end your life. Do you not wish to discuss the procedure for even a minute?
I don't have a minute to indulge in idle chatter. I can't feel my legs. And the cold.
Хочешь, чтобы я его обратил, блин? Давай.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an adult?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a good time for this.
Ой, он смешил, блядь. Вот че его, сука, обратить или загипнотизировать? Не знаю, блядь. Что лучше сделать, блядь? Так. Объять. Я убью вас. Блядь, сука. Так. Вот так лучше, наверное.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast. My family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death. I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity and a man at peace.
Так вот. Приз получен на смертном одре. Район пострадает. Нихуя себе, тут хуй поймешь, блядь, что его убивать или не убивать, блядь. Пострадает. Он и так пострадает. Так, ничего нет тут.
It's locked, all right.
Ничего взять нельзя. Здоровый гражданин, блядь. Так.
It's locked, all right.
Блять, где все-то нахуй? Спи нахуй, так. Не видно, где всем. Лорд.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
I'm afraid Mr. Dawson finally chose to embrace life and death as a mortal.
What do you mean?
He has overcome his fear.
Он преодолел страх
I let
смерти.
him rest and wait for death.
Дожидаться ее прихода, бля. Что?
This is unacceptable. Go back there and make
Возвращайтесь,
him
не
the powerful Ekon he's
превратитесь.
destined to be.
No, Lord Redgrave.
Нет, говорит.
As a doctor and as an immortal, I
Не
can't.
могу, говорит, так
If you wish
поступить,
to
блядь.
make him your progeny, then proceed on.
Если, говорит, сами
This
хотите,
is an
то давай.
outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple.
Убить вас, ничего
I should
себе.
kill you on the spot. You swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
Делайте, что
From now
хотите.
on, you're an outcast.
Вы изгой, проклят.
You are forbidden to
Не
ever appear
смейте
in front of us
попадаться нам
again.
на глаза.
Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will
Вот
be thrown
как,
to the
блин.
rats.
I'll leave you then.
Тогда прощай.
Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone.
От меча, говорит, ты погибнешь. Я бы его сейчас бы прям мог убить, сука. Ладно, пошел нахуй. Так, ну что, наверное, вот на этом я и завершу прохождение вампира. Всем спасибо, кто смотрит, смотрел. Не забывайте подписываться на канал. Дальше будет интересней. Ну а всем пока. Все-таки разобрались мы, куда нам надо и что надо было сделать.